Have you heard of a company which has 4x its revenue in 3 years? 4x from 480 crores of sales in fiscal year 2022 to 2,158 crores in fiscal year 2025, while over the same time period, 30x its net profit to 150 crores of pure net profit in fiscal year 2025 from around 5 crores, 6 crores in fiscal year 2022. Such a company is Saatvik Green Energy Limited. This video is not sponsored by them. Saatvik Green Energy Limited is a 6,633 crore company. Current price of one share 522 rupees. The stock price to earnings ratio is around 26, and as you can see, really amazing return on capital employed and return on equity numbers, though these are not the most accurate. Now, this company manufactures these things, solar modules. And solar modules are like the smallest part of a solar panel. So these are solar panels. You see these rectangles inside the solar panels. So from what I understand, these are solar modules. So all it does is manufacture solar modules. Now this company has gone some amazing growth, as you can see in the revenues that we discussed earlier, the revenue and profit growth. You can see here, its manufacturing capacity has boomed from 125 megawatts in 2019, going all the way to 1,750 megawatts in April 24, December 24, 2,742 megawatts, and 3,742 megawatts in June 2025. And this company has undergone massive growth. Okay, these are the capacities. So 3.8 gigawatts as of June 2025. This is the capacity, and you can see how it has gone massively. And this company operates one of the largest single location module plants in India. Now, massive growth as we saw earlier. However, spacing itself for even more massive growth. Now, see this. In the second quarter of fiscal year 2026, it has added a capacity of 1 gigawatts. Now, remember, its total capacity is 3.8 gigawatts. 3.8 gigawatts, as you can see. In the second quarter of fiscal year 2026, it's adding another 1 gigawatt. Then in fiscal year 2026 alone, it's planning to expand another 4 gigawatts. And then in fiscal year 2027, it's going to establish a 4.8 gigawatt facility for solar cells. Now, it's cell, okay? See this? It's solar cells. Solar cells are going to help in manufacturing modules. So this is backward integration. Backward integration mean along the same supply chain, you're moving back. So solar module is like a raw material for producing. Sorry, solar cells is a raw material, kind of like a equipment they have to procure from manufacturers in order to produce solar modules. So, by manufacturing solar cells, they are doing backward integration, integrating back into their supply chain. And and remember, this company has a 4 gigawatt order book. These are the orders, the work it has gotten from clients. Clients are have kind of signed contracts with the company, as far as I know, in terms of order book, 4 gigawatts. And remember one thing, all the money it has ever made, right? All the money this company has made, it has been under 3.7 gigawatts. And remember, this 3.7 gigawatts, this is not fiscal year 2025's capacity. Fiscal year 2025, okay? The year in which it made 2,158 crores of sales, it did not have 3.7 megawatts. See, fiscal year 2025 ended. Okay, fiscal year 2025. When did fiscal year 2025 end? It ended around March 2025. And you see this massive expansion from 2.7 to 3.7. It's still expanding. It's just made. So all of it was not even functional. What I'm trying to say that in fiscal year 2025, 4 gigawatts was not working. 4 gigawatts of capacity was not a capacity they had. And they already have an order book of around 4 gigawatts. So this company is embracing itself for massive, massive 50%, 60% revenue growth year on year. Let's see if they can achieve that. Now that was the growth story, okay? We saw the massive capacity expansion they're going for, adding multiple factories, as we saw here. See how much they're going to expand. Let's see if they can do this on a timely basis. Let's go into the financials of this company. Okay. First, let's start from 2021. And this is all from screener.com. The sales were 154 crores in 2021. You can see 7% was the operating profit margin, and we had a really low net profit of 3 crores. At least it is paying taxes. At least it's paying taxes. That's a good thing, kind of. In 2025, 2,158 crores, and you can see operating profit margin has expanded to 15%. To my right, 15%, great. Hopefully, still paying taxes. Okay, and profit actually expanded to 214 crores. Oh my God, hold up. So this was wrong. I need to change this up. This is not 30x. This is like, how much is this? Like 40x? Sounds better. 40 times net profit. Oh my God. So massive, massive growth. And let's look at some more financials. The net debt, okay, net debt, these are in millions of rupees. So what is net debt? It's like total debt minus the cash and cash equivalent. So this company has around, as of quarter one fiscal year 26, 595 crores of debt in excess of its cash and cash equivalents. Then you can see its return on capital employed and return on equity. The orange line is return on equity and return on capital employed. It has significantly declined. You can see in quarter one fiscal 26, 25, 24%, both metrics are still very good. But a reason for the decline could be that the massive capacity expansion the companies are actually going right now, as you can see. Now, all of it will not be used. It's expanding, so it's expanding. So work still needs to be done in getting all of them functional, in getting orders and actually producing the goods. So they're rapidly expanding the capacity, and right now, all of their newly made capacity will not be used. So let's see assets. So basically, the assets have grown at such a pace that revenues have not grown at that pace of the assets, even though revenues have grown rapidly. So that is what I'm saying. If they keep on growing, they keep on utilizing the capacity, the newly made capacity, maybe the profits will now rise faster than the assets, and then return on capital employed and return on equity will rise because net profits and EBITDA are the denominator in these metrics, and the capital employed, the assets are the the assets are the denominator and the profits are the numerator. So if numerator can rise faster, if the expansion does go a bit slower, that made no sense. Now balance sheet. Now this is a bit constrained. That's the best I could do. So long-term borrowings as of 2023 are 125 crore rupees, 7 crores. Short-term borrowings are pretty high, 333 crores. Then cash and cash equivalents right below me, 8 crores. It really has like negligible cash, really not a lot of cash. Inventory. Inventory refers to raw materials, the goods still being made, and the finished goods. So goods that have been finished, ready for sale, kept in stock by the company. So all these things kept in stock. 650 crores worth of inventories. Then trade receivables, 400 crores worth of trade receivables. What are trade receivables? Basically, the company has supplied the good, the commodity, the product to its customer, but the customer yet has to give them the money because it gives the product out on credit. like 30 days to 60 days of credit. So the customer may pay them back after that, whatever credit time period it may be. So cash is like almost negligible. The company is relying heavily on trade receivables, that is, customers paying timely, and the inventories that the goods actually get sold. Now, it does have a massive order book. So maybe because it already has these orders, these contracts, then selling this inventory may not be a problem. But let's see. Also, it's currently going massive expansion in production capacity. So let's see that. Finally, con call highlights. On this page, I have some of the con call highlights, what management said. So one thing said by management was that last year in fiscal year 2025, total capacity available was 1.7 gigawatts. So whatever they were rapidly expanding, but the total capacity that was actually available and producing was 1.7 gigawatts. This fiscal year, the capacity available will be close to 3.6, 3.7 gigawatts. So 2x capacity available will double. Let's see if revenues can double. Not saying they will, but let's just see. Then what else? The total capital expenditure for their massive expansion they were going for. Where is it? This expansion they're going for will cost around 1,850 crore rupees. Okay, they will need to actually take debt. And finally, yes, final thing to say is that when you see this order book, okay, and the previous order books, their sales, of course, come from order book, but it's written here 25 to 30% of their monthly sales come from spot orders and retail distributor orders. These are orders which are not included in the order book. So their sales, partly 25 to 30%, comes from orders which are on the spot and not for clients. They are for retail distributors. Basically, they get some orders from distributors who sell to retailers. And this is, I guess, for their direct clients. So their orders, their sales, sources of sales, not recorded in these ones, which account for 25 to 30% of monthly orders. So that was it. What are your opinions of Saatvik Green Energy?